Welcome here to round 13 of the South Australian Women's Football League. This game between Adelaide University and Christies Beach. My name is Fraser Fife. Joining me is Emma Sampson as we are well underway here, and an immediate quick start by Christies Beach here on this wet and wintry night. Emma, welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks for having me. Trying to stay warm up here?
Trying to stay warm at the best of times. If you're in South Australia, you know just how cold it is tonight. It's currently Christies Beach with a little bit of momentum here early. Just trying to kick on that 50 line. Mark taken by Christies Beach. Immediate taken lead to ground. A couple of handballs here with the wet and wintry conditions. Ball skills going to be incredibly important. Adelaide University getting a bit of run about them. Kick towards the goal. Just drifting a little bit to the right. No, it just stayed in by the looks of it. And it did. That's the first goal there for Adelaide University. Beautiful goal there by Stephanie Walker. So early on here, Adelaide University get the first points on the board. Only a couple of minutes gone here in this first quarter. Just talking during the game before the game about how these conditions are going to affect both teams. Adelaide University very good out of the stoppages. Could potentially play in their favour. Christies Beach have some good midfield players that they can work with. Both teams very good in the stoppage, but going to be very important to be able to pull these out in these crucial wet conditions. Tap going to Christies Beach here just for the time being. Gets a little bit of run about them. Still in the midfield, which is a little bit patchy. Got some mud to work with as well. Maybe just slowing down that ball in the midfield. Playing on the wings going to be important as Christies Beach now getting a bit of run about them themselves. Kick going to go over the target. Roll into the 50 here. Adelaide University do have a couple of numbers just out the back. Just allowing them to clear this one out for the time being. And now they start pushing back towards the midfield. Quick handball off to Christies Beach, just allowing them the opportunity just to try and reset here. But Adelaide University, good tackling team, got some good pressure. Pratt being taken down just with a nice tackle, able to keep the ball alive for the time being in the midfield. And looks like we have our first stoppage of the game.
Yeah, it's going to be really important to not muck around with handball tonight, I think, with the wet conditions. Just get it on the boot and get territory.
Getting territory going to be incredibly important. This ground does play pretty wide here at University Oval. Christies Beach used to playing on a pretty wide oval themselves at home. And these wet conditions, I think that really wipes out a lot of the home field advantage. You were talking about beforehand in relation to the drainage on this field. Quite good in comparison to some of the other grounds around the league, and that definitely helps out in these sorts of blustery conditions. But, you know, at this point, while the rain has stopped, it's still going to be, you know, some slippery ball skills are going to need to be applied, and you're going to have some pretty solid fundamentals.
Yeah, that's right. I think getting that territory, as I said before, and trying to lock it in your forward line.
Meanwhile, Christies Beach trying to get their first entry into the forward 50. Just going to go over the heads of a couple of players as they're just trying to keep it alive. Potential here for their first shot on goal. There's another stoppage here. Pretty important one here for Christies Beach here early. Adelaide University, first goal kicked by Walker. Tap out's going to be important. Need to be able to capitalise on opportunities. Adelaide University just with the numbers at the moment. Kick towards a one-on-one contest as University still maintains possession. Quick couple of handballs and just able to clear this one out. Nice mark taken by Earl just to reverse it back the other way. Decides to kick towards the midfield. Kick's going to be a little bit undercooked here. Just allows them the opportunity to try and get another entry into that forward 50. And they go for a second opportunity here. Mark is going to be intercepted by University as they try and switch towards the other side of the ground. Going to be important here to get some pace on the wings. Kicks are going to be difficult to come by as it just goes out over the line here early on.
Yeah, and you can see that ball's already quite slippery, and they've tried to switch a couple of times, but it's just not quite happening with this wet ball.
So first ball up towards the wing. Going to be tapped out by Christies Beach. Another stoppage here.
I think there'll be a fair few stoppages tonight, given these wet conditions and not allowing the girls to really use their full skills tonight.
It's just going to create a different brand of football that both teams are going to have to work with here on this cold Friday night.
That's it. You want to be nice and direct tonight and keep getting that territory.
Well, especially with the past couple of kicks that have just tried to switch. They've just been that little bit undercooked, just causing that unnecessary pressure. Christies Beach just for the time being keeping it in their territory. They've just stopped Adelaide University from trying to get it out. Kavoris with the handball. Just going to fall a little bit short yet again as Adelaide University has the chance to intercept. Almost a beautiful mark taken immediately under pressure here. Adelaide University with some numbers, but Christies Beach, they've got some mongrel about them here early on.
Yeah, and Christies Beach have also set up really well behind the ball, and that's why Adelaide Uni is struggling to get it out of their defensive half.
So about 13 and a half minutes left here in the first quarter. Taken by Christies Beach. Ball rolling out to Kavoris. Trying to get it was Campbell. Still has a second opportunity. Nice tackle taken down by Gibson. Free kick going to go to Christies Beach though. Just allows Campbell chance to reset here. Kick's just going to go into space for Earl. Looking for an option on that far side wing. Just able to be intercepted. University now trying to get it up towards their part of the field. Going to be intercepted again. Rihanna Pate. And now again, an opportunity for Christies Beach. Currently Morris with a big kick towards the forward 50. A couple of entries they've had so far, but no real success. Adelaide University, their defense just been good here for the early going.
Yeah, I don't mind that long kick in though in these conditions because it's going to put the defender under pressure if it hits the ground.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. Meanwhile, Kavoris wraps up the ball. Just allows for another stoppage here. I think out of the midfield, just going to be able to get that pace out, which is going to be important. You've got players like Brown for Christies Beach who's just able to provide that little bit of pace out of the midfield. Going to be important here as they're not really going to be able to get the long kicks. Meanwhile, kick from Duffy, just going to be intercepted just in front of the goal square. Adelaide University's kick is just going to be undercooked yet again, just falling that little bit short. Opportunity just slipping out of the hands of Bourne. Able to regather it, but does go down on the tackle. Handball by O'Day. Accurate enough just for Adelaide University to clear this one out. Still under pressure here though. Neither team's had really a major opportunity in front of goal. We saw with Walker with that first kick for Adelaide Uni. Able to get that one across, but there hasn't really been that set shot that either team's been able to establish so far early on.
No, and it's going to be pretty hard as a forward to lead out and get a nice kick in tonight. So it's probably going to be those crumbing goals that we're going to be looking at, or a goal off the ground.
And it doesn't need to be pretty, it just needs to go through. There's a quick couple of stoppages here as we're almost halfway through the first quarter. Both teams with their half chances. But it's been pretty back and forth so far. Ball's just going to bounce onto Morris. Decides to go for a kick. It's going to be a bit of a grubber, but does allow the play just to continue. Taken to ground was Waterhouse. Whistle was blown.
Yeah, and a good opportunity here for Waterhouse to get it in nice and deep and really put Adelaide Uni under the pressure.
It is a good kick. Decides to go for the medium option and finds it pretty accurately. Nice mark by Grace Duffy. Tries to switch back inside. He'll advise it goes back towards Uni. They're just going for these shorter options, but right now Waterhouse trying to get possession back. Adelaide University trying to find some pace on the wing. A lot of back and forth right now. Morris yet again gets past one tackler. Just gets it on to Duffy. He's trying to move it on.
Love that attack on the ball by Morris there, and nice and clean in the wet as well.
And Christies Beach, for the time being, just able to keep it inside their half of the territory. And University just trying to probe a couple of times. Nice kick by Pate. Just intercepted, nicely marked there. Hannah Crump. I think these short kicks are going to be very important throughout this game. Just not pushing anything too far. Earl trying to kick into space. Campbell's going to have to run after it now. Able to stop the ball as it does spill out. Regains possession, now getting a little bit of run. Trying to get past a couple of defenders. Slips as she kicks. Kick was still pretty accurate though.
Is it back to the Bombay? No creature of habit?
Just need to get another entry into the 50. I was going to bounce a bit short here. Kavoris picks it up, trying to get past two defenders. Going to be difficult here. With that ball being slippery, just those hand passes, especially with the pressure. Just going to take that little bit of extra skill as Kavoris does get it out to Brown. Able to just extend the play for the time being. Searle does drop it. Needs to get the ball out, taken to ground. Nice tackle by Pate.
Yeah, they probably just need to get it on the boot in that instance and just get it inside your 50.
It's one of those, you just sort of have to kick and hope because you never know what's going to happen, especially in these conditions.
Well, they've got one-on-ones all inside their 50, so, you know, put Adelaide Uni under the pump. Even if it hits the ground, the defender's under pressure then, and you got every chance of getting a crumbing goal as well as a mark if they're in front.
Well, at least right now, a lot of the play's been in that midfield area. A lot of back and forth, some nice interceptions. Pate's going to resume play. Tries to kick towards that far side wing, but so far, Christies Beach has done well in the midfield. Just been able to stop it. Morris with the handball onto Campbell, looking for options up forward, and here's the big kick you're talking about. Going to go over everyone's head. Going to be a bit of a foot race. Kavoris trying to extend the play. Nice shepherd there in front of goal. Has an opportunity. Kicks straight, and that will go through for Christies Beach's first goal of this game. A fantastic play there by Kavoris to extend and really just made a chance out of nothing.
Yeah, that's right. And that's getting that long kick in instead of the kick around the 50-metre mark, and then, you know, let the forwards do their job and kick goals. Well done. Great goal.
Well, it evens it up here at 6 apiece here with about 7 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
And so far it looks like Christies Beach are adapting to the conditions a little bit better. Adelaide Uni still want to handball a lot and they want to try and kick the ball sideways, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they change their game style in the next quarter.
Well, it can take some time to adjust, so there is, of course, still plenty of football yet to play. But, of course, if you're just able to build out that little bit of a buffer early on, just allows that pressure as Morris trying to show some World Cup tricks off the boot. Yet again, Brown, short option, finds it. And these sorts of opportunities with those sort of sky searching kicks, just not exactly advised. You want to go more long than high, and especially in these conditions.
Yeah, and when you're free like that as well, in these conditions, you want to be trying to chest mark, not try and mark it out in front of yourself because the ball is like soap.
Campbell gets it out of the ruck. Nice hit now. Going to have to try and get it towards the goal square. Kavoris yet again. Already got the reply for Christies Beach. Showing some nice tackling as well. University just struggling to find that space that they need to really, you know, get something going out of the midfield. A lot of what they've been doing is just really trying to stop Christies Beach's forward entries. Just stopping it for the time being. Again, the kick into space. Right now, Christies Beach just able to regain possession as the nice possession by Crump. Earl tried to get the kick, comes off the boot a bit awkward. Able to still maintain possession though. Winter blocked off her boot. Still able to keep it going. Currently picked up by University. Nice possession by Sumbris. Kicks towards a big contest. Crump out the back though, able just to pick up the crumbs. Able to just extend it out to Morris, who's searching for options on that wing.
Yeah, and that was a 3-on-1 to Boltrop just then, so they've got to probably just look to either kick it to the side and let them run onto it, or see if there's a shorter option potentially.
Brown handballs off. Another opportunity for Christies Beach. I think they've got themselves pretty much dialed in. What will they do here? Searching for an option just out front. Can't quite find it right now. Whistle blown. Just stopping that entry there.
Free kick to Christies.
Well, an interesting free kick here. Potential opportunity for Talara Power.
Yeah,
Decent
that was a really
distance.
good kick too. Nice and deep, and to that 1-on-1 or 2-on-2 contested opportunity.
Well, can Christies Beach put themselves out in front? Nice looking kick, and it's going to go through the uprights for their second of the game. 2 straight for them, and a costly free kick for Adelaide University. But again, you've got to take advantage of those chances. And in this case, Christies Beach, they've been able to just probe them a little bit more into that forward 50 and providing just some more exciting scoring opportunities. University's just stalling out at that midfield area.
Yeah, and Kavoris up in that forward line is looking very dangerous. She's very clean in these conditions and just providing an opportunity for Christies as a link player, and she set that one up as well.
So 12-6 in favour of Christies Beach. 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tap's going to go University's way. Just some movement now as University, maybe with a half opportunity here. Ball's going to fall a little bit short on the target. It's finally in their territory for the first time in a while. They just want to get it over the middle. Chrissy's just able to clear it out. Coombs' kick just does the job. Still some pressure here, though, from Adelaide University. If they can just maintain possession, put a little bit of pressure on here in the last couple of minutes. Only a goal in it right now. So far, ruck contest been pretty even. And just stolen possession right there. Nicely stolen by Nicole Campbell. Just stripped the ball out.
Yeah, she had a good start to the game, Campbell.
You've got to think for University, at least right now, if they can just keep it at a 1-goal game heading into the first quarter, I think they'd take that. Gavoris. Nice mark, decides to try and kick into space. Opportunity here for him yet again. Woods searching for options, can't quite find one she likes, decides to try and handball off. And again, you don't need to get a whole lot on a tackle to bring down a player in these sorts of conditions as well. If you're just able to disrupt a kick, disrupt a handball, that can be the difference maker.
Yeah, I really like the way that Christies Beach is setting up. They're outnumbering Adelaide Uni in their forward line.
A nice tap by McKay. Just allowing Uni to keep possession. Just keep it in front of them. Quick couple of handballs here. No one with that clean possession just yet. Not that you're going to find a whole lot in this game. Uni with about a minute and a half to maybe get something on the board here. Searching for those short options, able to find it, just relieve that pressure.
Really clever kick there by Walker because she had nothing forward of the ball.
And that kick just not finding its mark. Just allows Christies Beach to bomb it long, kick it into space. Woods going after it. Nice shepherd there. Free kick though. Free kick going to be taken by Emily Tromans. Tries to go for a short option and finds that these short kicks going to be important for Adelaide Uni just to be able to set up. Big booming kick. Trying to get that last minute entry with under a minute to go. Pratt slips down. Unfortunate there, goes down, nicely wrapped up by Adelaide University. Potentially a reprieve here.
Bit lucky there, I think. Had a bit of prior opportunity before she slipped.
Well, University still with an opportunity here. Just needs to play with some good fundamentals. Ball's down with about 15 seconds yet to go. Christies Beach, they can just load up the back and make sure nothing's going to go through. Okay, with the nice tap. Goes backwards though. Going to take a fair bit if they want to get a score on the board, and I don't think they will. Walker with the free kick. And there is the siren. So at the end of the first quarter, Christies Beach put 2 goals on the board to Adelaide Uni's 1. Score at the moment 2-0-12 to Adelaide Uni's 1-0-6. But Adelaide University put some early scoring on the board, but since then there pretty much was nothing.
Yeah, they started really well, Adelaide Uni, straight out the middle and a goal, but apart from that, it was pretty much played in Christies Beach's half. They just set up behind the ball and didn't let Adelaide Uni out.
And as we spoke about during the start of the broadcast as well, not a whole lot of rain to be scheduled right now, but I think the rain has done its damage, definitely adapted the play styles for both these two teams and just what they're able to accomplish. Adelaide University slowly over the course of that quarter just starting to adapt a little bit more, going for those shorter kicks. Christies Beach, though, they were just bombing along, and it just worked for them in this situation with Kavoris up forward, who has clean ball skills to work with. Basically made a chance out of nothing. Really, just if they can continue that throughout these next 3 quarters, they set themselves up very nicely for the rest of this game.
Yeah, that's right. They went in, and when they kicked it nice and deep, that's when they scored their goals. So I think if Adelaide Uni can adapt their game slightly this quarter, they can definitely probably set their full forward a bit deeper. Like, everyone's playing really far up the ground, and they don't often have an opportunity to kick it to anyone. So if they can sort of change their structure a little bit up forward and make sure they've got a target up there and kick a bit longer, I think they can definitely get this goal back.
So what do you think the points of emphasis are going into the quarter time break? Both teams have sort of got their own style of play. Adelaide University very comfortable at their home ground, but right now just struggling to find that connection that they need, that back and forth that we've had in the midfield over the first 15 minutes or so. What do you think the key point of emphasis is for them going into the second quarter?
Yeah, I think they're just overusing the handball a bit, and if they can set their full forward and their centre half forward a little bit deeper and make sure they've got that option to go a bit longer and then get their crummers, they'll be able to get back in this game, because it was definitely dominated by Christies Beach, and Adelaide Uni are probably happy to just be 1 goal down, I reckon.
Well, speaking of these two teams, looking at the ladder, which we didn't get a chance to go to at the start of the game, but we'll go through now during the quarter time break. Morphettville Park currently at the top, 10-2 over their 12 games. They have put up 590 points over the course of this season. Christies Beach behind them at 8-4 over their 12. They've set themselves up quite nicely in the second position. Salisbury in third at 7-5. Adelaide University sitting mid-table, 7-5 over the course of their games. Fitzroy at 4-8, and Port Adelaide in the last slot at 0-12. So Adelaide University, potential here to maybe leapfrog into that third position, depending on how the rest of the weekend goes as well, and of course this game also. But for a team that was premiers last year, were incredibly strong. Now they're going through a bit of a trial period and just needing to find their identity yet again, the dominance that they showed last year.
Yeah, and they've been really good the last few weeks as well. They had a pretty close game with Morphettville Park last week, just went down by a point. They had more scoring shots, so they gave themselves every chance. They played really well against Salisbury the week before that, where they got off to the flyer and just held Salisbury enough to stick to that 4-goal win. So all these games are very important in this back end of the season, because the top 2 get the double chance. So every game is crucial and you want to finish first or second.
Yeah, well, I think Morphettville Park and Christies Beach are going to be 2 very tough opponents if you want to go from 4th into that top 2. Going to need to definitely pull this game out and then have some results go your way. So still achievable for them, but going to be a very tough road. But ultimately, while you get the double chances, it's a very nice backup to have in the back pocket. All it comes down to is form in finals. If you can have some very strong results towards the end of the season, just allows you that confidence boost heading into those crucial games.
Yeah, that's right. And you'll see that Salisbury have kicked the highest points as well in the league, so they're a dangerous team come finals as well. So it's going to be, who can get the most momentum in these last 3 or 4 games of the season.
Christies Beach second best defensive team in relation to points surrendered. Only one ahead of them, of course, Morphinville Park. There are 292. Christies Beach 327. Adelaide University 381. Generally, not a whole lot of difference between these two teams in relation to points, scored and points surrendered. So it's really just that link up to get to that point, which is going to be crucial, which Christies Beach have just been able to find in the first quarter. Adelaide University still searching for it, but only a goal behind. Just gives them that opportunity to leave the door that little bit open. And we'll see what they're able to do out of the midfield as well. McKay's been very good in the ruck. Just the taps have really gone in Christies Beach's favour. They've just been able to have players set up at the back and really set themselves up nicely. The switches are working for them, unlike Adelaide Uni. So hopefully with a little bit of a break and a bit of a reset, we'll see a little bit more even football in the second quarter.
Yeah, McKay's come along really well this season. I think it's her first year of footy for a couple of years, and she's definitely improved a lot during the season, and she's winning the majority of the rucks for her team and giving her midfield every chance.
Well, going to be important throughout the rest of this game. Let's see how the second quarter goes. Tap just going to go in Adelaide Uni's favour right now as they're trying to get this possession early. Some nice tackling from Christies Beach. Going to stop the ball from moving too far out of that centre circle. And relatively free-flowing in that first quarter as well, considering. So we'll have to see if we get a little bit more stop-start football. Nice kick from Rachel King. Maybe swapping ends as well, providing something. Pratt's going to be taken to ground. Another whistle here. Still considering the weather as well. Nice turnout here at University Oval. Plenty of diehards out here on the Friday night. Tap just going to go to University. Nice kick from Davidson. Just going to go into space, but allows them the opportunity to get possession here. Walker tried to get it. Going to be cleared out by Christies Beach. A lot of back and forth here. We'll just see what they're able to do. Tries for the switch, kicks it into space. Morris picks it up on the second attempt. Is going to be taken to ground, but able to get the ball out. Nice mark. Woods, nice mark as well. Christies Beach now setting up some options up forward. Going to be difficult to get the mark, but if the ball spills out, maybe just an opportunity. King's just going to take it out over the line. Probably the right thing to do in that situation. Christies Beach had the numbers.
Really good ball movement there by Christies Beach from one end to the other. Nice and quick.
A ruck opportunity. Brown's going to end up getting this one off Kavoris' tap. Do have the free kick here. That one's likely going University's way. Maybe just taking a little bit high, so Rihanna Pate will take this one. Trying to go for the close side wing. Kick is going to go out of bounds on the full. And that's what the double-edged sword with, if you're going to try and kick it long, if it comes off wrong, you can really just set back your team. So Woods is going to pick this one up. As Christies Beach loading up yet again for another forward entry 50. Kicks towards the centre. A lot of players around it though. Kavoris just able to get it on the rebound. Does get it to Brown. Going to be taken off. University just need to get something out. Nicely booted by Fittridge. Just going to clear it for the time being. This tackling, Duffy just able to move it forward a little bit into University's hands though. A lot of handballs here. Just trying to get this out. Campbell now tries to get past two of them. Going to be a bit of a tough one to get past. So drops the ball, moves it on. Gets it back here just from inside the 50. Nice kick towards the goal square. It's not going to be a mark, but it's going to go through anyway.
Yeah, great play there by Christies. They just locked it in their forward 50 and a nice deep kick again and a great pick up and goal there.
Well, as I said, if you don't get it the first time, try again. As you can see here, nice goal there from Kelly Spence. Couldn't quite get it the first try, able to gather it in the second. As she's falling to the ground, gets it through the uprights for Christies Beach's third goal, their third straight so far in this game. And just right now, looking pretty comfortable out in unfavourable conditions. 18-6 the score right now as we reset back in the middle. And Kavoris running after this one. Just lose her footing a little bit. Not a whole lot in there, but free kick going to go to Adelaide University. Walker loads up for a big kick for Adelaide Uni's first entry to the 50. Almost gets the mark there. Almost a pretty good opportunity there. Dad's going to be taken to ground. And Christies Beach just have numbers everywhere right now. Just being able to get a lot of those stoppages. Had McKay doing a great job in the ruck as we have swapped out. Got some new ruck players in. Got Ann Burns in for Adelaide University. Sill going to try and get the tap, but Burns wins this one. And now this is probably more the stop-start football that we expected to start this one. Which I think hasn't really come out with a clear winner in the contest. Christies Beach, of course, just been able to pick up the crumbs. And some good tackling from both teams right now. Another whistle.
See if someone can get the stoppage.
You just think if someone's just able to get that little bit of daylight, could really be a difference maker. Duffy tried to get that one. Nice kicking clearance. Bowles' kick pretty good. Rolling along the ground and just off the post for Adelaide University. Almost a beautiful goal off the ground.
Yeah, it was a really good effort from that pocket. Not far off.
Now Morris is going to be the one taking it out back. Decides to play on.
Nice kick.
Very nice kick. One of the more accurate ones we've seen tonight. Searle with the mark. And we'll see what Christies Beach attack plan is, especially out the back. Couldn't quite get the mark. Handballed out by Sumbris, and ultimately not a whole lot of movement here as it is going to be stopped. Some nice tackling.
Just not quite clean enough tonight so far, Adelaide Uni.
And Christies Beach right now, they've got 3 goals. Looking for their 4th, but right now it is in Adelaide University territory. And now they've got the opportunity, maybe a little bit of run. It's going to be stopped short here though. Coombs tried to get that one. Adelaide University right now just with possession, trying to get rid of it was Bowles. Called play on, taking it is Fenton. Just able to keep it going. Campbell gets past one, just gets that little bit of daylight we were talking about. Decides to go for the handball, goes back to Adelaide Uni. All the short connections that Christies Beach were working with in the first quarter, just not finding their mark here in the second. Free kick gonna go to Christies Beach though.
Just a bit of overuse of the handball this quarter by Christies.
And unfortunately, a drop there from Duffy. Does regain possession. Gonna try and get around King. Able to do so and just kick this one towards the middle of the field. Uni trying to get a bit of a circle around the ball, create a bit of a blockage, just maybe allowing one player to get that space that they need. It's just that half-second hesitation that's just stopping them from getting something going. A day's punch, going to end up going to Kavoris. Tries to get around a couple. Gets the hands taken away, able to get the kick off though. Here's McKay. Got a big right foot. Oh, and a nice tackle. Vora's taken the ground. He's going to be called a little bit high though, so Christies Beach just with the pressure off him at the moment. Nice mark by Toombras just to intercept it. Again, but what are Adelaide University able to do? They're just able to get some stoppages. Now Davidson. We're trying to get those entries. This has been the back and forth. Morris yet again. Could we see it go back and forth? Back and forth almost does. Davidson can't quite get the pick up. Brown's going to pick this one out of the spillage. Regained by University. They need something going. Coombs tried to get the tackle, couldn't quite do so. Fittridge now gets past one, kicks towards a couple of Christies Beach players, 2-on-1. Maybe a bit of a collision there.
Yeah, friendly fire.
Yeah. A free kick's going to go to Adelaide Uni. Fittridge sides for another entry here. It's a 3-on-2 situation, favouring Christies Beach. Brown trying to get the tackle out. Gibson just able to get that ball out. Fittridge rolls on the ball. Nicely wrapped up.
Yeah, and you'll see every time Adelaide Uni are going in, they're outnumbered 2-on-1 or 3-on-2. So Christies are working hard.
Okay, just winning the taps right now, but really Christies Beach still winning those stoppages. Trying to get these balls out. Going to be a tough one for Adelaide University. Haven't had a whole lot of clean opportunities to get those shots on goal. And currently Christies Beach 3-0-18, Adelaide University 1-1-7. Maybe an opportunity here to put some more points on the board. High searching kick, nice mark taken right out in front. Beautiful mark there by Kelly Baltrop. Not a whole lot of distance in that one, but a tough one for just about anyone, and especially in these conditions to pull down that one, which we haven't seen pretty much all night. Maybe an opportunity here for Adelaide Uni just to cut into the deficit.
Yeah, and it's not a great night for the tall forwards, but she did really well there, stayed in front and got the mark. Well done.
Baltrop with a set shot. Going to be inside 50, a decent angle to work with. Kick's just going to be shanked to the right. Drop a little bit short. Not going to go out on the full though. Unfortunate there on that kick.
Yeah, going to be hard with the wet conditions to kick from too far out tonight. Normally got quite a long, accurate leg.
Well, we're going to reset still in University territory here. They're just going to have to get a little bit closer if they want something to go over. We've moved a little bit as the fog, as you can see on your screen, also just providing a bit of a mysterious atmosphere here at the grounds.
Almost like a horror movie.
Well, let's hope it doesn't get to that point. Currently not a whole lot of movement on the stoppages. Ball just staying on the ground.
Yeah, that ball's just getting slipperier and slipperier and becoming more like a soap.
Oh, it's going to be picked up. Brown does get it on the rebound. Decides to try and clear this one out. It is going to go out over the line as well. Well, no, it's going to go back.
That's pretty clever football there. Like, you don't have a lot to go to, but you can get a bit of territory by using the boundary line.
I think for Christies Beach, who are currently holding the lead at the moment, they can afford to be a little bit more passive. It's Adelaide University trying to get this one. Campbell gets the tackle, able to get the free kick as well. And what will they do from here? Resetting from pretty deep inside University territory. Morris tried to get the mark, but does get it on the rebound. Gets a little bit of run here, searching for options. Gets it into a one-on-one foot race. Gonna be a tough one, trying to get after it. Colley just able to win out on that one. Adelaide University just keeping the ball moving in their territory. Christies and Pratt just able to reverse it back towards midfield. McKay tried to get the mark, couldn't quite do it. Brown's going to pick it up. Been very, very good at just picking up those second chances.
Yeah, she's been really clean tonight, Alana Brown.
Christie's just maintaining possession. Kick's not going to go particularly far, but it does the job anyway. Trying to get it towards the forwards, and they just need to get something going, but Adelaide University got some numbers up back as well. They can just try and set up and intercept. Brown yet again gets past one, just tries to handball it on to extend the play. And just like that, in about a minute and a half, the ball's completely gone to the other side of the field. It just shows how good Christies Beach have been able to do in just moving that ball forward. Don't necessarily need to get too many scoring opportunities right now. They can just keep it in their territory. Brown's going to pick it up again, gets the handball, kicking it off the ground, Pickering, and it's just going to be intercepted. Crucial interception there for Adelaide University.
Yeah, there's O'Day with a nice strong mark.
O'Day's kick almost going to the 50. Does kick into a contest though. Maidment with the wrap up here and just stopping that ball from going out. Knight couldn't do a whole lot there.
Yeah, Christies seem to have a bit more space when they're running it from defence, but Adelaide Uni are just having to go to a contest every time.
Yeah, we haven't seen them switch too much in this quarter either. I think that they've pretty much set that they want to kick it forward, which isn't necessarily a bad idea, but it just eliminates that potential option. And Brown yet again able to get that possession. Pratt tried to get it out on the second opportunity. After a bit of back and forth, does finally spill out, goes right to Christies Beach. Immediately is going to be played on. Spence with not a whole lot of opportunity there to get it out. Does go back to Adelaide Uni. Trying to get it out. Beltrop gets it on to Bowles. Kicks into space, going to be a bit of a foot race. Nice mark by Tromans. Not a whole lot of options up forward. She has to wait for some players to get up there. Again, a beautiful mark there by Esther Bowles.
Yeah, really good, smart kick there by Tromans. This will test her, I reckon, with the wet ball.
Let's see what she can do. Kick, pretty good under the circumstances. Just going to fall a bit short, but nicely marked just out in front.
That is Xander. She started back here at the half back line, so she's worked really hard in this play to get up forward and take a really good mark in the conditions.
Well, it's a good kick by Bowles, but just in this case allows Adelaide Uni to get one across the board as they cut into the deficit. Second goal of the game for them. Currently 18-13. And they're just keeping themselves in the conversation here, but this is the kind of play you want to see from Adelaide University. Heavy work rate from essentially one side of the field to the other. No one giving up on it. We saw Christies Beach just didn't quite have the pace to stop that attack. Pretty important there.
Yeah, exactly. And they've worked really hard this quarter, and that's a good goal from their work rate.
Then see not a whole lot of handballs in that passage of play either. Just kicking it forward, getting that definitive mark, and then just moving it forward, paying it forward.
Yeah, one of the first times they've had a little bit of space, and then their forwards worked really hard as well to get forward of the ball.
So currently 13-18. So we're down to the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. I think for Christies Beach, just after that little bit of a momentum shift towards Uni's favour, they're going to want to keep it going. Christies Beach just going to have to lock it down until half time. Again with Bowles, trying to get past a couple. Brown wrapping her up though.
Loves the don't argue, Esther Bowles. She's just come back from the Allies team in the state under-18s.
McKay's handball going to go directly to Kavoris. Not a whole lot of options for her though. Ball is going to come out. Now Uni with an opportunity. Pate's going to get the kick off into space. Going to be difficult to pick up. Anytime that ball touches the ground, just resets the slipperiness. Brown going for a short kick. Able to find Talara Power. And again, a nice mark here, and now they've got a little bit of run about them. Christies Beach, an opportunity with under a minute to go. Nicely marked by Woods.
It was a dangerous kick into the corridor, but high risk, high reward.
Yeah, a lot of territory they just gained there in the past few seconds. Able to get the ball out. Goes through a pair of hands and into another. Yet again, Bowles heavily involved in the last couple of minutes for Uni. On the other side of things, one of the players on your screen in Brown has done so much for Christies Beach out of that midfield. Right now, one of the key players, if you can neutralise her, could cut off so many scoring avenues.
Yeah, that's right. And they've, like Morris and Kavaris have been a little bit quieter this quarter, but Alana Brown's still getting plenty of the ball.
And Pratt gets this out to Kavoris. Maybe an opportunity here. About 10 seconds to go. Finds Duffy with the short kick. They're going to have to move it pretty quickly if they want an opportunity. Kick's going to fall a little bit short. And there is that siren. So at half-time here, Christies Beach just holding the advantage. Adelaide University gets a goal across. Currently 2-1-13 to Christies Beach, 3-0-18. But a much more even quarter there, and you might even say that Adelaide University may have won that quarter with that momentum and that final sort of passage of play leading to that goal.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely controlled the ball a lot more that quarter, and I think they were a bit more direct, which allowed a bit more quicker ball movement and more one-on-ones inside their 50.
So we'll have to see how both teams make an adjustment here. Round 13 of the National 1 Plumbing Division 1 Championship. Of course, this broadcast brought to you by Josh Maitite Strength and Conditioning and also Wakefield Sports Clinic. And we're going to use this opportunity to hear from our sponsors. We will be back after the break. We'll catch you then.
Hello and welcome to this JMSC Josh Maitite Strength and Conditioning information series. In this series that's going to be running throughout the season, we're going to be covering injury prevention, load management, foundation strength, power, and basically strength and conditioning for female footballers. I hope you enjoy what we're about to show you and you take something from it that you can then implement with yourself or your teams. Enjoy. Alright, today we're going to talk about foundation strength. So when I talk about foundation strength, what I mean is basic strength required throughout the hips and spine that help stabilize the body and prepare you for loading and for gameplay. So basically the things we do with the foundation strength, we're looking at forwards and backwards, side to side, and also that rotational foundation strength. Exercises include squatting, hip thrusting, deadlifts, pushing, pulling, rotating or anti-rotation first and foremost, and also lunge variations. So we are talking forwards and backwards and, like I said, those lateral ones as well. In regards to this, the reason we want to have that foundation strength, not just forwards and back, but also side to side, is that most injuries occur in the frontal planes, so side to side plane, and the transverse or rotation plane. It's very rare you'll see an injury going this way or occurring from an impact forwards and backwards. So foundation strength laterally and in the transverse plane is essential. So basically the way we would program this, start of pre-season, we focus on strength. As we get into the end of pre-season, we're looking at minimizing strength, increasing power, and then throughout the season, we look at a balance of both. Once again, within that 10 to 15% load ranges we discussed in previous videos. Thank you for watching our latest episode. If you wish to minimize yourself or your players' risk of injury or take their strength and power to the next level, be sure to check out our website or contact myself or one of our trainers for further information. See you again next week.
It really doesn't matter whether you're serious with your footy, amateur or recreational. Wakefield Sports Clinic can provide all the assistance you require for the treatment, management and the prevention of sports injuries. We are your one-stop shop with access to the best range of sports medicine specialists, including sports doctors, orthopedic surgeons, physiotherapists, podiatrists, sports psychologists, sports nutritionists, and massage therapists. At the Wakefield Sports Clinic, we are trusted with the care of many of the nation's best athletes. Our doctors and surgeons are part of the medical teams for the Adelaide Crows, Olympic and Commonwealth Games teams, the Matildas, Australian Beach Volleyball Team, Adelaide United, Norwood Football Club and Netball SA. You may be aware of the high incidences of ACL injuries. The great news is that there are injury prevention programs that have been well proven to prevent up to 50% of lower limb injuries. Ask us how to implement an injury prevention program at your club today. Don't ignore symptoms of concussion. Wakefield Sports Clinic provides a service for the initial and ongoing assessment of concussion. Wakefield Sports Clinic offers immediate access to our group of skilled doctors who will diagnose and determine the best course of action for dealing with your concussion. Please call our clinic at 1800 888 925 to find out more information, or head to our website at wakefieldsports.com.au. We'll take you from game over to game on.
Played and the umpires agree, and Herbert will go back on goal, going still back to Garrels.
That's filthy! Filthy!
That basketball was
Butler over in the corner.
bit of a nice fend-off ball coming back out. Adelaide University now snap kick off the right. It's through.
With the big set around, way on the play, and she's safe! And the class of these players, Hodges, unstoppable.
Pressure throws underneath, and now we're starting to get some yards after the catch. Burford does very well. He will make it there.
Bases loaded.
He gets towards left, doesn't have the distance. It does!
Yes, there's just a little shovel shot down towards us. Just knows where the field is armed.
Welcome back here to University Oval, and there is the University of Adelaide campus shrouded in fog here at halftime. Fraser Fife and Emma Sampson here with the call. Adelaide University and Christies Beach here in what has been a pretty close affair. And that just sort of shows you the footage on your screen. That is how foggy it has gotten over the past 5 minutes. So hopefully we'll be able to see the game and hopefully call it correctly.
Yeah, it's mainly at this northern end that it's quite foggy, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Christies go.
So at the moment, Christies Beach holding that small advantage. Adelaide University with a great passage of play in that just towards the end of the second quarter, just to keep themselves in the conversation. But right now as you get a bit of a look at the grandstand here. Some diehards out here on a very, very frosty Friday night to watch these girls play, and the quality of the football has been so incredibly good over the course of this season, and to see this sort of level of play, especially in these conditions as well, you generally expect the skills to drop off a certain amount, but they've adapted really well to these conditions.
Yeah, both teams in that second quarter, it was a real slog, but there was still some really good fast ball movement across the ground, and both teams moved it from their defence to attack a couple of times really quickly. So it was good to see the game open up a little bit that quarter in amongst the stoppage, but then there was a few passages where they could actually run the ball a bit.
Yeah, after about the first 5 minutes, it was pretty much, as you said, stoppage, and then things just started to open up a little bit. You get a bit of the duality of kicking to the left side of your screen. Definitely not what you want to be doing in this game. So right side of your field, right side of your screen is clear as anything, but the left side shrouded in fog. So hopefully that will clear up over the course of the game, but still fantastic to look at, especially since we're in the depths of winter. As we get Adelaide University, a look at them all coming out, and again, not a whole lot that really needs to be said in relation to their play. Just need to really sharpen up those skills, maybe rely on the handball a little bit less. Both teams went to the handball a bit more in that second quarter as well, which just didn't quite work out for them as well as they would have liked. I mean, if a team can establish a handball, can be very, very dangerous, just in allowing that quick movement. But you've got to sort of make that concession as well, that sometimes you just don't have it and you need to be able to adjust.
Yeah, I think one handball and then get it on the boot. Probably not 3 or 4 handballs in these conditions, because you saw that there was just quite a few fumbles when they went handball. So just a little bit more direct, and that's where Adelaide Uni adapted in that second quarter.
Well, it looks like Uni's going to try and adapt a little bit more, going through some handball drills. Christies Beach, just at the moment, still using the opportunity to get a bit of a pep talk in. As the floodlights well and truly on tonight. And still looking towards the second half of this game. If we get something similar to what we saw in the first half, should be in for a very competitive game, as Christies Beach finally making their way out onto the ground. But again, those points of emphasis, probably relying on the handball a little bit less than what they did. And if they can just get those short options, just to shore themselves up a little bit, could potentially open up a bit of the game. We didn't see Adelaide Uni do a whole lot of switching either. Maybe that could be something they pull out of the back pocket in the second half. A lot of potential options for these teams to open up some scoring opportunities.
Yeah, Christies Beach have really held their wings a bit wider, so that you've seen a couple of times that they've had that space on one wing when it's on the other side. So they're setting up really well, and if Adelaide Uni can do the same, they might get a bit more space as well.
Well, I'd say really some of the key players so far in this game, Taylor McKay definitely out of the ruck for Adelaide University, been very, very good. If they could get her the ball a bit more, as she's got a big right foot to work with, she can cover a lot of distance with that kick. If things start to fall apart structurally for Adelaide Uni, maybe just going for that all or nothing kick into the forward 50 could be an option for them, of course, with Alana Brown doing a fantastic job for Christies Beach out of the midfield. Take her out of the game, and I'm not sure Christies Beach hold the lead at the moment. That's how important she's been for them. And just a whole lot of players that have just been really able to be the difference maker. You've got a couple of players who've just been able to stand out above the rest at the moment, but there isn't any one player who you'd go, they're not pulling their weight. It's all very consistent throughout both teams.
Yeah, that's right. And there's been, little moments of magic from Kavoris, and Morris has been pretty good on the wing for Christies Beach. For Uni, Rihanna Pete's getting involved a fair bit in the midfield, just a couple of times, just with the slippery ball.
Yeah, Bowles and Troman as well for Adelaide Uni, and just being able to set up that scoring opportunity as the Bowles in the last 5 minutes or so really up to work rate and getting heavily involved around the ball. If they can get that sort of similar work rate from everyone throughout the next half, maybe they put themselves out in front here at home. You've got to win those home games. Not exactly the best of conditions as the fog, still playing a factor, as you can see on your screen, but you got to do what you got to do, and if it means they got to kick into the fog, they got to kick into the fog.
Yeah, that's it, and I think Christies are going that way this quarter, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that affects much of the game, but it hasn't so far, and you know, the ground looks like it is holding up quite well, and the skills have been pretty good considering.
Yeah, it doesn't look as wet as what it did to start with. Well, it just dried out. That drainage that we were talking about to start the game, definitely paying dividends. Maybe as the game goes on, just getting some cleaner ball skills. So it looks like we are almost ready to go here to start the third quarter. See everyone just trying to stay warm, especially us here in the back of the grandstand. We don't get the luxury of running around here on this Friday night. We get to sit perfectly still and watch this fantastic game, but it does mean we do freeze.
Yeah, I've got about 5 layers on, so I'm not going too bad, just my hands.
Yeah, that's why I brought gloves. We've got the experience of working down at West Beach for the baseball, so this isn't too bad, but still very, very frosty. So if you're watching this on the live stream, you definitely got the best seat in the house. As we are ready to go to start the third quarter. And tap just going to go a little bit to the right here. Adelaide University got some numbers behind the ball, but Morris is going to be the one who picks it up. Tries to get it to Power, kicked off the ground, and ultimately a pretty quick stoppage here. Power going to be the one to take the free kick. Decides to go just that little bit to the top of your screen. Morris with the pick up. Just these short connections, that's going to be important for Christies Beach if they can maintain that throughout the game. Just able to keep it going at the moment as we kick into the fog. Going to be picked up, nicely picked up here for Christies Beach. The interception just back and forth right now. No one can quite get that clean possession that they really need to make the difference. Tapped out as Woods tried to keep herself on top of that one, but it's going to spill out. Adelaide University with some numbers around it as well. I think we'll probably be in for some more stoppage work, as it is still in the Christies Beach territory. Kicks out into space, yes, again with Esther Bowles. Tries to get the pick up. Does go successfully, able to clear it out towards the midfield. Kavoris picks it up with Morris in tow. Going to be kicked out and cleared by Bourne. Not going to go particularly far though. No play will be brought back. Free kick is going to go to Adelaide University with the free kick. I believe that will be Rihanna Pate yet again. So it's to try and kick into a one-on-one contest. Going to go just over about everyone. King tried to get that one. Kavoris pulls it out, but play was whistled dead. Another free kick for him here. I'll take this just about any day of the week. Bowles with a short mark here. Takes a couple of steps, now kicks back towards the midfield in that one-on-one. Christies Beach just able to regain possession right now. Almost goes back to Bowles, picks it up on the rebound, tries to get the kick, maybe tackle being a little bit high. Ball also being called at the same time. No call from the umpire as the ball is taken to ground and there is another stoppage.
Yeah, good pressure there by Christies Beach.
The tap by Burns going to go pretty far, but it is going to go into Christies Beach's hands. Campbell gets this one out. Sell trying to win the one-on-one on the ground, going to be difficult. Ball finally does spill out over the line. At least for right now, just slowly moving. Slowly but surely. Sell trying to get this one. It is going to go over her head though. Just allows University to pick it up. Bowles with the handball. Gets it towards Earl, who's taken the ground. Nice tackle. Price just going to keep it alive. Tries to just continue to hit it along the ground. Morris able to get up and almost get out of that one, but play also whistled dead.
Yeah, it was a good tackle there by Adelaide Uni. Unlucky not to get holding the ball.
Kavoris just keeping alive for Christies Beach. End up going to slip over. But they just maintain possession. They've just been able to keep themselves in that conversation with possession. Brown's going to end up keeping this one as she is taking the ground. Nice wrap up there.
Yeah, so a few stoppages again at the start of this quarter.
And usually about the first 5 to 7 minutes, usually quite a few stoppages, then things start to open up. But again, just showing some good tackling as well.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of high tackles, so they're all using a great technique, and especially in these conditions when there's a lot of people with their head over the ball, their tackling has been very good tonight.
I haven't seen too many head-on-head collisions either. We saw a bit of friendly fire with Adelaide University a little bit earlier, but other than that, it has been pretty clean. Earl going to get this one after a couple of bounces, just keeping it alive, trying to get it towards Duffy, who does pick it up, continues to get a bit of run. Knight's not going to be able to catch her. The kick's going to just go along the ground. Gets picked up by Tsumbris. As Uni trying to clear this one out into space. Going to be tough here. McKay picks it up, does get the handball out in time. Waterhouse was just charging after that one. Didn't get there in time. Crump with the kick towards a contest, one-on-one. Just going to be nicely spoiled. Kick from Eastwood. Nice mark taken. Tiffany Copley. Inside the 50, probably distance would be the issue. Going to try and search for a shorter option. Going to go over Woods. Morris tried to get the handball to Duffy. Duffy's not giving up on it just yet. University just clearing it out for the time being, but Christies Beach, if they can just get a mark here, potential to take some pressure off. Kick is just going to drift to the right, but a nice kick from Jessica Waterhouse, just missing, and gives Christies Beach the first score of the quarter.
Yeah, really peppering that forward line just then, Christies Beach, and good pressure by Adelaide Uni, didn't give them any easy ball there.
So just a bit of open play as well. Some nice spacing from Christies Beach there as out another point on, but Adelaide University still well within the conversation. They just need to get a little bit more consistent in being able to get stuff going offensively. A bit of friendly fire there, just going to let the ball hit the ground. And now they're under pressure pretty much immediately. Christies Beach have plenty of numbers set up out back. If they can just get an accurate kick, Pratt is going to end up with this one. Gets the handball back, and they're just going to try and re-enter the forward 50. Kavoris with the nice mark. Morris inside the 50 now. Got some options setting up inside. Will she try and go for a long kick? Decides to do it towards the goal square. Bit of a one-on-one competition. Woods almost got that one. Is going to go just out of bounds, but sets themselves up nicely territorially as well. Just if they can get a good ruck contest here, maybe a bit of good luck, potential opportunity to put some more points on the board. Big tap by McKay. Just able to clear a lot of space. Adelaide University just need to get something a little bit more consistent. Bowles doing a good job since about the second quarter. Nice foot race here, going to work in favour of Christies Beach, but some nice tackling as well, just keeping Adelaide University with possession for the time being. Tromans going to get taken down. Whistle blown. Free kick. Going to go in favour of Christies Beach, so Lucy Earl.
Yeah, unfortunately just that little fumble just cost her there. They had a bit of space to work with.
Handball tries to go back. Kavoris with a nice tackle on the reattempt.
Unsure about how that was high, but anyway.
Well, Bowles with an opportunity here. The second kick's going to work out a bit better for her than the first. Whistle being blown.
So they got a 25.
We'll talk about being unsure. I was unsure about that one, but we go with it anyway. So Adelaide University just move up a little bit closer. It just gives the opportunity for Adelaide Uni to set up some numbers as well. Going to go crash heavily into the pack. Pratt's going to be the one to eventually come out with this one. Not quite the possession that they need just yet. Got plenty of numbers around the ball. Well, the ball's pretty much moved the entire length of the field in about a minute. Now the opportunity for Adelaide University to convert. Kavoris diving on that one, just keeping it that 50-50 battle.
Yeah, good contest here. Like to see it open up a bit, hopefully, in the next few minutes.
We're almost halfway through the third quarter. And Davidson tried to get that one, came out second best, just allows Christies Beach an opportunity. Nicely intercepted by Sumbris as well. Done a great job at just intercepting those potential scoring opportunities for Christies Beach. Kicks it into space, bit of a foot race here. Morris with the nice shepherd. Crump gets the handball off, but it's intercepted. Morris with the nice block, just keeping it. Short kick towards the goal square. Almost out in front. If someone can, from Adelaide University, come up with a clean possession here, potential for them to get something, a shot on goal. Just need to find that final link in the chain. Brown going to be the one to pick this one up, tries to clear it out. Does so successfully. Woods trying to get this one off the ground. It is difficult in these conditions. Whistle being blown, she will get the free kick.
Yeah, it's just got to be first to the ball in these conditions.
Nice searching kick towards Morris. Couldn't quite get the mark, but it is going to be picked up. Handball by Bourne. Back to Morris, who's going to kick along the ground. Backing herself that she can take out the foot race. Nice slide by O'Day, just to keep it a 50-50 battle. As the ball kicked over. That was a pretty crucial stop there by O'Day, just to disrupt that potential pickup, because pretty much if Morris gets that ball, that's a scoring opportunity right there.
Yeah, and she's pretty quick off the mark, so, but that was still pretty good. They got about 40 metres of territory, and now they've got a stoppage inside their 50.
So tap just going to go to Adelaide University. Sumbris with the pickup. Decides to kick towards the close side wing. Nice markers they're going to try and play on here. If they can just get some connections going. Almost intercepted. Picking it up on the rebound was Coombe. Just couldn't quite get a little bit of run. Searching for it. Can't get the mark yet again. Nicely picked up by Baltrop as well. Just think it's just those half chances that Adelaide University just haven't quite been able to capitalise on. Just keeping Christies Beach, keeping the ball in their territory. And ball going to go back to University. Rihanna paid out the back, decides to play on. What can Adelaide University do here? Does find Esther Bowles just outside the 50.
Yeah, she's getting a lot of touches in this third quarter, working really hard.
Kicks towards the goal square, going to be an interesting play, one-on-one battle. Pratt's going to be the one who's under pressure. Ball being called, whistle being blown. An opportunity here for Adelaide University. Should we get another look at the replay there? And unfortunate there for Samantha Pratt, but a crucial effort play there from Adelaide University. An opportunity here for them to get a goal on the board. And that looks like it's gone through untouched. And it has. Nice goal there by Rachel King.
Yeah, she's been playing in the VFLW earlier this season. Just come back to Adelaide. And yeah, quality player. Good finish.
Well, now 6 points on the board for Adelaide University. Ties this game up 19 apiece. With about 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter, now we've got a game on our hands.
Yeah, it's been a really tough third quarter so far, and Adelaide Uni have just been the ones that could break the tiebreaker basically. So
Well, they've got the momentum on their side at the moment, and the last couple of goals been able to just stop Christies Beach from getting those forward opportunities.
yeah, Nesta Bowles is giving them a lot of ball from the midfield.
Waterhouse trying to get this one in a one-on-one battle, tried to get it onto Campbell, does get the rebound. Kick going out on the full. That's the other side of the coin. We've seen some fantastic kicking tonight, but occasionally you get those balls that just don't quite come out on the boot correctly. That one does. Nice mark by Bolts. So it's a kick towards the midfield.
Yeah, a bit of a risky kick.
Risky kick that's going to go in favour of Christies Beach. Pratt with the kick, trying to get it towards the other side of the field. University doing a good job here of just weathering the storm. Trying to get this connection to work for Christies Beach, but just a couple of missed handballs here, just allowing University to stop the passage of play.
Yeah, it really puts you under the pump if you fumble or the ball hits the ground, so they've got to tighten that up a bit, Christies.
So Searle winning the tap, going to go to Brown. Hasn't been as involved as she was in the first half. Tries to kick into space to Duffy. Subrus are going to be the one who comes out with this one. Kavoris is going to try and run onto it, does regain possession. Brown doing a good job of just keeping the pressure off. Kick just going to spill out the back. Woods trying to get this one. Now a bit of a one-on-one and now 4-on-1. Woods definitely wants this ball, able to get that ball out. Thrown to the ground is Alicia Winter. Whistle blown, free kick for Adelaide University holding the ball.
Yeah, great tackle by O'Day, really crucial as well. They're about to head into their 50.
Yet again with Bowles. Got another opportunity here. Nice sliding mark by Campbell. And we're back to the back and forth right now. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Kicks towards the pack. Kavoris has just been lurking around those packs and been able to provide those half chances. Sumbris, but with that interceptions that she's been able to provide for Adelaide University, crucial in the back line for them, just keeping this a tie game.
Yeah, and it doesn't even look like the ball's wet when it's in her hands.
Yeah, been very, very solid, getting those chest marks that you were talking about. Decides to go for a short option.
And O'Day's lifted as well in this quarter.
Just the back line looking a little bit more sharp for Adelaide Uni. On your screen, Esther Bowles, heavily involved in the past, I'd say 25 minutes. The ball is actually going to come off the boot pretty well, considering thrown to the ground was Rihanna Pate. Bit of a foot race here, and came off Xander's boot.
Crowd weren't happy with that call.
Not exactly. Not happy with the umpire, but then again, whoever is, Waterhouse with the kick on the inbound. It's a thankless job being an umpire. Doesn't matter what call you make, it's going to go on against someone.
It's a no-win situation.
It's sad. Much rather be up here than down on ground level making those decisions. Eventually with Pate taking the ground. Gavora's going to jump on this one. Just going to try and hold on to it. The whistle's blown. See, Bowles is really getting a lot of energy here in the last quarter and a bit. Showing all smiles as well.
It loves their footy.
So almost down to a minute. Free kick is going to go in favour of Christies Beach. Maidment's going to get it. Just outside their 50. Potential opportunity to give themselves the lead. Kick just going to be overcooked a touch. Xander with the handball out. Uni just want to try and weather this storm until the siren blows. Campbell able to pick this one up. Not a whole lot of room to work with. Does find the short target. Winter's kick tries to go back towards the middle of the ground. Almost marked. Mark is going to be paid.
Blew the whistle a bit quick there.
Yeah, pretty important mark paid. Fenton can now just take her time with about 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, experienced player, just using a bit of time there.
Yeah, just searching for options. Decides to kick to a bit of a contest. Campbell just going to touch this one. Yet again here with Bowles under pressure. Does a bit of the stiff arm, gets a bit of space, gets the kick off. Earl now picks it up. Yet again, Adelaide University right now. Fenton with a bit of an opportunity, kicks it. Campbell almost comes up with it. And there is the siren. 3 quarters in the books here at University Oval, and we have a tie game on our hands. Adelaide University currently 3-1-19. Christies Beach also 3-1-19 in what has been a very even quarter. Not a whole lot of scoring in that quarter, but some very, very good football on display. And really, I don't know who's going to come out with this one. Both teams showing a lot of promise here in the past 20 minutes. You think maybe Adelaide University, maybe with a little bit more momentum right now as they've had the last couple of scoring opportunities, but we've seen over the course of this season, you don't want to write out Christies Beach, you don't want to write off Adelaide University.
Yeah, and Esther Bowles had a massive quarter that quarter. She would have had at least 10 disposals, I reckon. So she's working really hard. She's really lifted for her team, and they've definitely got the momentum going into the last quarter. But like I said, don't count out Christies because they still look pretty dangerous in parts, and it's just that polish and the finish into their 50.
As you can see on your screen, Adelaide Uni 3-1-19, Christies Beach 3-1-19.
And Christies just need a few more contributors again in the midfield. Morris and Kavoris have been a bit quiet since that first quarter, and Brown's still working quite hard, but can't do it all by yourself.
And we saw Hannah Crump doing a good job just out the back and being able to pick up a couple of those balls that just went over the contest, doing a good job of just setting up out back. They've got some players who we know in previous weeks have been able to really step up and take that role. As you said, you need multiple players on their game at the same time just to take that pressure off, because we've spoken about what Alana Brown has been able to do over the course of this game, but 4 quarters of football, that takes it out of you, and that energy level can just drop a little bit, which means that half second that you had prior now just slowly slips away. And now that Adelaide University have got a bit of run about them, Esther Bowles, we just mentioned, with the amount of energy she's shown, O'Day as well, doing a good job in defence, Sumbris as well with the interceptions. Like you need to get this team lifted in this last break. You need to get some sort of energy going, because they've had the advantage energy-wise probably over the last, say, first half of the game, and then Adelaide University just starting to pull away now. So still an even game, but either team could take it.
Yeah, that's right. So it'll be interesting to see how each team comes out. I mean, this kind of footy definitely takes it out of your body, and they've had 3 quarters of quite contested football. So see who can run the game out in this last quarter.
So this broadcast brought to you by Josh Maitai Strength and Conditioning, jmsc.com.au, Wakefield Sports Clinic as well. Huge thanks to our sponsors for Josh Maitai. You can find him at Josh Maitai on Instagram, also on Facebook, Josh Maitai Strength and Conditioning. So special thanks to both Josh Maitai Strength and Conditioning and also Wakefield Sports Clinic for their sponsorship, not just in this broadcast, but over the course of this South Australian Women's Football League National 1 Plumbing Division 1 competition. Fraser 5 here with Emma Sampson. 1 quarter yet to go. Points of emphasis here for the final quarter. Both teams have relied a little bit less on that handball, as we mentioned at the halftime break. things just starting to clear up a little bit. The fog has lifted from the field. But really right now, I don't think there's a whole lot of changes that need to be made for both these teams, because both have really lifted from what we saw in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's right. We did see a bit of back and forwards that quarter and a lot of stoppages. So, as I said before, it's really the team that can run it out and have the most energy, like Adelaide Uni had in that third quarter.
Well, what can Adelaide University pull off at home? They've definitely got the crowd support, but can they pull something off here? They're in 4th position. Christies Beach holding on at 2nd. They've got a tough sort of road ahead if they want to really challenge for that top spot. Morphettville Park, definitely the best team in the comp right now, and deservedly so. But you have to get something going here, and if you can pull off an away win in these conditions at University Oval, that would be a huge confidence booster going into the rest of this competition.
Yeah, it would be, and it is crucial because they're sitting 2nd and they want to keep that 2nd spot. So really tough conditions and a really cold night, and there've been a lot of tackles and bumps, and everyone's probably feeling it by that third quarter. So see who can run out the game and win this first contest.
Well, potential also for Adelaide University sitting in that 4th spot. Maybe the opportunity to overtake Salisbury, take that 3rd position, depending on how Salisbury go over the course of the rest of this weekend as well. Of course, plenty of football over the course of this weekend as well, especially for the women's sides. We'll let you know what those games are as well as this final quarter gets underway. Some interesting storylines as we head towards the tail end of this season. Because we're not too far away from the finals and then the grand final, and soon enough the season will be over. And it feels like it's gone so very, very quickly.
Yeah, and it's been a fantastic season as well. As you can see by the ladder, it's really close up the top with the top 4, or only 1 or 2 games separating 1 to 4. So it's been a fantastic year, and credit to all the girls for working really hard.
Well, they've got to work hard for at least one more quarter. Currently tied at 19 apiece here in the 4th quarter. We are ready to get it started. Tap going to work in favour of Christies Beach, as no one's going to quite get that clean possession just yet. Copley tried to get that one out. Wood's going to run after it. Bit of a one-on-one battle that's going to go in favour of Adelaide University. Yet again with Fenton trying to fend off a couple of players. Earl jumping on it as well. Wood's going to get the handball out. And just a wrap-up tackle here just to stop things with another opportunity in a ruck contest. Nice clearance out here. Just another opportunity for Esther Bowles. Going to be pretty crucial here for Adelaide University if she can keep up that same level of play. Campbell tries to get this one taken to ground. Whistle blown by the umpire. Free kick to Campbell.
Yeah, and she's been pretty good tonight as well, Campbell, and it'll be important that she has a big last quarter for Christies Beach.
Yeah, definitely been understated, but has set up a lot of Christies Beach's scoring opportunities. Been a pretty crucial cog for this team. Coming out with it. Davison tried to get that kick out. And you see ball just slowly moving to the left of your screen as Woods able to pick that one up. Handball's going to go right back to Uni and take it to ground.
It looks like that's one move that Christies have made. They've put Woods as their spare in defence, so quite an experienced player who'll try and be the general back there.
We'll have to see if it pays off. So far, since that switch, done a very good job out the back. Another opportunity here potentially. Doesn't quite get the possession she wants. Going to be a bit of a foot race here. Currently running after it. Coombs with the kick. Under pressure. O'Day tried to get that one. Nicely tapped by Morris. Now Kavoris with some run. Trying to get some clearance. Kicks it into space. No one really around. Going to be a bit of a one-on-one battle. Takes an unkind bounce. Collie couldn't quite get it. Kavoris going to pick this one up yet again. Speaking of high work rate, Kavoris done a lot for this team so far tonight. Same thing with Morris. O'Day with the handball. Back to Collie. Collie's handball. Going to try and get it to Davison. A lot of handballs here, not a whole lot of movement as it finally is stopped.
Yeah, great work by both teams there. Kavoris, about 4 efforts in that one play.
A tap as Pratt trying to wrap up the ball carrier. Kick just going to clear it out for the time being. Christies Beach with some numbers in defence. Still not a huge amount though. As now just with this stoppage allows them the opportunity to set some numbers up back.
And Adelaide Uni have been on top around the stoppages, so they'll be pretty happy to have it in their forward half.
Yeah, Earl picks it up. Short kick, just going to work in Adelaide University's favour. Kick towards the goal and it's going to go through. Another goal and a crucial goal for Stephanie Walker. Had 2 sort of goals like that over the course of this game. Of course, first one happened within the first 30 seconds of this game, and now a crucial goal here to put them out in front here in the 4th quarter as we get another look on the replay.
Yeah, she's a really smart player. She just gets in really good positions, and as you can see there, a really good finisher as well.
Well, University just holding the advantage for the time being, 25-19. And that was sort of that moment you thought with Christies Beach, you know, the stoppage may be helping them out, just allowing themselves to get some numbers back, but didn't really set up a whole lot back as well. I think they were really hoping they were able to win that stoppage and potentially set some numbers up forward. As Campbell yet again received the handball from Pratt. Now Campbell yet again, high work rate from the midfield from Christies Beach. Nice mark taken. Taylor Eastwood searching for Morris here. Morris going to try and go for the spoil. Now Brown just tries to kick it into space. There's the bowls from behind. Kavoris with the nice tackle. Didn't hear the footsteps coming up behind her. Just allows Christies Beach an opportunity here from just outside 50. Kicking towards a big contest here. Mark is going to be taken by Colley.
Yeah, great mark there by Colley, really crucial mark.
And what can Adelaide University do? They've got the lead right now. Still plenty of football yet to play though. Maybe a bit of an injury on the plate. Kavoris gets it out towards Crump.
Hopefully that's just cramp.
Colley, handball to Sumbris. Gonna have to get a little bit of run. Decides to switch more towards the other side of the ground. Can't get the pick up. Morris with a potential here. Ends up it's just going to be stopped as Brown just holding him down. So inside the 50 here, almost directly out front of goal. Another whistle here as McKay ends up getting the advantage.
And Paul Brown had to go up against McKay in that one.
That is not a contest you want to be a part of. McKay's big kick, clearing it out towards the far side wing. Trying to just get the clearance out, Davison. Another whistle here. It's going to go in favour of no one. It's going to go out of bounds. So again with Searle and McKay. Searle just wins this one. Bowls over the ball at the moment. Pratt trying to get the tackle down. Gets it to Davison with a big kick. Gets a lot of distance on that one. Gains a lot of territory. Christies Beach probably have the numbers, but as you can see, some good play by Kelly Baltrop just to try and get some pressure on. Free kick is going to go to Christies Beach anyway. Clearance out. Crump's kick to Brown. Accurate. And short kicks now. This is what Christies Beach, this is how they've set up a lot of their opportunities. Not a whole lot of options up forward, but does find a successful option. Power. Trying to kick towards the middle of the ground. Kick's going to be undercooked. Xander tried to get it. Pratt's going to pick it up under pressure. Tries to get it to Crump. Whistle blown. And looks like it's going to be a free kick for Xander. An opportunity goes begging for Christies Beach. The pressure, you can tell, as the clock winding down towards that midway point. Just that pressure going to play on their minds. A couple of kicks that are unsuccessful. Now an opportunity for Maidment. Got two players running after. There's a bit of a stiff arm there, a bit of a don't argue. And this is where the fatigue starts to set in. O'Day will get the free kick.
Yeah, this is where it's really important to be first to the ball, because you'll see that the umpires are protecting that player that's first to the ball.
O'Day's kick, 2-on-1 contest. Going to go to Xander. And with the ball being slippery as well, you get a little bit more extension out of these sorts of stoppages as well. Bowles picks it up, trying to get through three players. Eventually, a ball does spill out, but play called dead. Just with that greasiness of the ball, it just, the umpires are allowing the play to extend that little bit longer, which is just allowing a little bit more back and forth play. So it looks like it'll be Searle and McKay yet again. Bit of an even tap, maybe the advantage going a little bit to McKay, but it's not going to move very far. Take two. Might be in for a take three if this one goes any further. Pratt does get it out to now Adelaide University. Trying to keep this one from Christies Beach's grasp. Going to be tough. Kavoris running after it. Nice kick towards the goal. If it takes a kind bounce, it is just going to go across the face of goal and go out of bounds. So still an opportunity here for Christies Beach. Kick just couldn't quite find the goals.
A point for either team won't be a bad thing, because it's only a 6-point difference at the moment.
It would be a nice setup for either team just to provide either that buffer room or cut into that deficit. So a bit of a switch here. Crump and McKay. McKay with the big tap, trying to gain that territory, just going to soccer it along the ground and gain even more. Going to be tough yet again with Woods. Decides to try and get this one back. Nice mark by Crump. Has been a good target so far for Christies Beach. Has been reliable.
Yeah, that's been a good move to switch Woods and Crump.
Yeah, Crump just providing that target and just being able to not just provide that consistency and being able to potentially set up some forward options, but Woods doing a fantastic job in the back line as well. So you sort of got the best of both worlds. Fenton and Davison, double team.
Christies will want to really lock it in here.
And it's slowly just drifting out of their territory. O'Day getting taken down by about 3 Christies Beach players. But the work rate, the effort rate, going to be so important in these last 8.5 minutes. Brown, who's done so much for this Christies Beach team in the midfield, you can tell she's just starting to lose that step, and so fatigue starting to become a factor as we get into the fourth quarter. Hasn't quite had the same spring in her step. Crump going to be the one who comes out with this one, able to get up under a lot of pressure, but another stoppage here. Could be back to that stoppage, back and forth play. Tap by McKay. Xander trying to get the handball out. Kick trying to get the intended target in Bowles. Crump picks it up, kicks towards the goal square. Zumbris is going to have to try and dive on this one. Does end up with possession, but not able to do a whole lot with it, as it will just slide out over the line here, and some pressure just being relieved for Adelaide University. You can tell Christies Beach, they need to get something across in this situation.
At least it's a bit deeper inside their 50 at the moment. They've got to put pressure on the Adelaide Uni in here.
Yeah, Power just trying to get that kick off. Bowles with the same, gets it to Kavoris. You can tell they just want to get a snap kick off a goal. They just want to get something on the board. And I think here, especially with McKay now, just providing that benefit for Adelaide University in the ruck, just able to win the last couple of contests, just stopping Christies Beach from getting that clear shot on goal. Pratt's going to pick it up, gets the handball, not going to work particularly well for Eastwood. O'Day going to pick up the scraps now, got a bit of run. A nice tackle by Campbell. Gets a cheer of approval from the crowd. Ball still skating along the ground here. Campbell doing a fantastic job in just trying to keep it in their territory.
Geez, O'Day is tough. She did not
The fact that
flinch.
you can take that, another look at it there, wow. A big hit there just to try and keep it in the territory. Adelaide University with the advantage. 6 points, all that's in it. A goal can change it either way. Xander under a lot of pressure here, able to get it out. Now just the clearance. Rachel King trying to get it to an intended target. Baltrop's just going to let this one go out over the line.
Yeah, that's a win for them to get that out of their back half and another stoppage to set up, because they are on top in the stoppages. It's just can't quite move the ball.
If they can just keep it in their territory, set themselves up, but McKay out of the ruck as well. Going to maybe provide a little bit of an advantage here for Christies Beach.
Bit of niggle out there.
Just a little bit of back and forth. We've seen it in regards to possession. Now we're seeing it with a bit of attitude as well. Brown gets it to Campbell. Shakes off a couple of defenders.
She's so good bursting out of that pack.
And with her and Kavoris, definitely have been some of the key offensive playmakers for Christies Beach. Wow, gets past a couple. O'Day ends up with the ball. Nice back and forth there with Gigi Dads, and now a nice mark taken. Yet again with Davison. So what can Bowles do from here? They've only got to hold off for another 4.5 minutes. Just got to make sure they don't make any crucial mistakes. Earl, kick towards that forward 50 again, running after it is Waterhouse. Really the only option up forward for Christies Beach. You've got to think for Adelaide Uni, they're just going to load up defensively and really hope that nothing spills out the back.
Yep, they've definitely set up a couple of players inside the back 50. So important that Christies try and even that up so that they can get a one-on-one or a two-on-two.
So Burns just taking that one against Searle. Yet again with Xander. Adelaide Uni can just try and clear this one out. Again, with the amount of options in the midfield for Christies Beach, Campbell has just been the option, the go-to option in that midfield. Brown's been very good at getting the ball out of the ruck and then just essentially handballing it or a short kick to Campbell. Campbell gains a lot of ground, and that seems to be their offensive MO right now. As Fenton picks it up but can't move a whole lot with it.
Yeah, Campbell's broken that line a lot tonight, so that's a good call there.
Meanwhile, here she is yet again. Kicks just going to be a bit of a grubber along the ground. Nice tackle by Brown just to wrap it up. Again, if they can just keep it in their territory, anything can happen. Of course, Adelaide Uni, as we mentioned, they've loaded up defensively. It's going to take something pretty special for Christies Beach to get on the board, but it is achievable. So we're now under the 3-minute mark. And a free kick for Christies Beach here. What can they do? Woods with the mark. They've just got to try and get a couple of connections here. He's going to be cleared out by Davison. Now towards the middle of the ground. Walker. Handball's not exactly going to be clean. Gives Woods an opportunity. She's going to clear it back towards the 50. And a nice interception yet again by Sumbris. Has done this all night for Adelaide University. Does the short kick to Colley. Now you got to think, if as long as Adelaide University doesn't make any major mistakes, they can just afford to slowly move it up. Interception going to be taken by Pratt.
They just had no numbers up there just then, Adelaide Uni. It was about 4-on-1. You've got to work hard when they've got the ball and try and lock it in their forward half.
Well, Pratt's going to get a second opportunity here. Play whistled back by the umpire. About a minute and a half. Christies Beach, they're running out of time, running out of opportunities. Brown going to end up with this one, going for a bit of an all or nothing kick, going to be intercepted by Uni. Colley going to search for an option, finds it in the backfield.
And Christies are going to find it hard to score too if they don't man up that extra person.
So it's going to take something special for them to be able to score. Eastwood gets it out towards Crump. Crump keeping it alive. Not a whole lot of options up forward. Nice mark. Losing her footing was Colley.
Yeah, she's been solid tonight, Colley. Not much has got past her.
Under a minute to go here at University Oval. Adelaide Uni holding on to a goal advantage. Yet again, Eastwood gets it out. Kicked by Coombe. Going to take a couple of bounces. Maidman gets it to Earl. Earl couldn't get the kick off.
Crowd's getting into it tonight.
They're under 30 seconds to go. This is it for Christies Beach. They need something here. Woods just going to be pushed out over the line. Going to be very, very difficult for Christies Beach to get something across that line. Tap going to go in favour of University. They can just try and run out this clock. Kavoris trying. Kick from Power. Not going to get the mark. It's going to be up to Morris, who picks it up, but they can't get it. Well, it came down to the last 30 seconds, but Adelaide Uni, they hold on. 6 points the margin, with the final score of 25-19 in very, very difficult conditions.
Yeah, but it's got a U. I think it does.
Yeah, great game by both teams. You know, everyone will be quite sore after that game. A lot of stoppages, a lot of tackling. But yeah, fantastic game to watch and really well fought out. And Adelaide Uni, you know, after that first quarter, they were probably the ones that were on top of the game. Unfortunately, Christies couldn't quite keep up their game after that first quarter.
Yeah, they set themselves up so nicely in that first half. They look like they really had some good momentum going about them. But as we said towards the start of the broadcast, you don't count out Adelaide University, especially at their home ground. So the home fans will go home happy. And really, it just sets up the rest of this weekend so well. I mean, you've got some fantastic games coming up as you see the final full-time score. Adelaide University 4-1-25 to Christies Beach's 3-1-19. I mean, looking towards the rest of this weekend, you've got Morphettville Park and Salisbury, which would be a fantastic contest. That's on Sunday at 3 o'clock, Kellett Reserve, and then Port Adelaide and Fitzroy, they're playing at Portland at 3 p.m. also on the Sunday. So both games starting at 3, but I think this one is going to be the game to beat for this weekend, because that was an absolutely fantastic contest in difficult conditions.
Yeah, and credit to Adelaide Uni after that first quarter. They really adjusted their game plan and played a lot more direct football, and they got the reward, and well played to them tonight. Bad luck to Christies Beach, who also fought very gallantly. Yeah,
well, they're just going to have to rebound. Christies Beach taking on Salisbury next week at Salisbury Oval on the Saturday. For Adelaide University taking on Fitzroy at Sunday here at University Oval. So both teams with a chance for Christies Beach to rebound, for Adelaide University to continue their good momentum forward. But Adelaide University coming away with the chocolates.